Well, JJ, against all the odds, you find a way to go up 3 in that final minute, and you've seen how Denver ends up scoring so many times. But how do you balance the emotions there of kind of being proud of the effort and the energy, and then nonetheless feeling the sting of the loss at the end?
Yeah, I'm proud of the group for their level of fight and resiliency, particularly not getting off to a great start there in the second half. Our transition defense was pretty bad from the first 6 minutes on. And then, fighting back and taking the lead. There's a lot we could have done better, but the group competed tonight and gave ourselves a chance to win.
You said you're not sure exactly when you'll start to get bodies back, but the spirit, can you carry that out of this game as now you start to add a few guys back in and try to reclaim the not necessarily the winning streak you were on, but just that level of play again?
Yeah, the spirit was great. I think it's been that and will continue to be that. And I think it was a good opportunity for a number of guys to play bigger minutes, and Shake in particular, Christian defensively in the second half was awesome. So happy for those guys that they played well.
JJ, people who've been around Austin, like yourself, like us, know his level of competitiveness, but what did you kind of make of his performance and his toughness tonight?
Yeah, I certainly asked a lot of him on the second night of a back-to-back, not just the 40 minutes, but just the vast majority of playmaking duties. And I thought he did an outstanding job. And again, I hate to keep using the word organization, but when we were very intentional and organized about what we were doing, I thought we created some fantastic offense.
When you brought Jordan Goodwin back from this team on a two-way after he was with you in training camp, did you have a sense he could be this player for you?
Yeah.
What gave you that sense? Because there's been a handful of performances.
I don't know the exact date he joined our preseason gym, but what would have happened sooner had he not hurt his hamstring. The coaching staff was all fighting for him.
How's Dalton after the fall?
His back and head apparently are okay. I guess he cramped on takeoff.
Koloko, I think, ends up being like plus 13. It just seemed like he made a difference defensively around the rim. Hasn't played a lot lately, but what did you make of him hanging in there tonight in a tough matchup? And does that give you any confidence as you move forward here?
Yeah, it does. I think again, Goody, Christian, Trey, we've gotten incredible value out of those guys and love having them in our program.
JJ, you said pregame, you mentioned that maintaining perspective with the messaging, with the group. What was the messaging after tonight? As you guys go back?
Just that very, very proud of their fight and the way they started the game and the resiliency they showed to get back in the game. And there's I think the play that Jokic got the and one, I'll take some ownership of that just because that was a short timeout, and I ran on the floor to check on DK, and then I ran back, and I didn't have time to really get us the right substitutions and matchups that I would have wanted. And that's not a knock on CK, but I just kind of put him in a tough spot, knowing that Jokic was going to go quick. So, and then last play, just no comment on that one.
You mentioned pregame that nights like tonight can help build trust with players who may not get regular playing time or consistent minutes. How did tonight, or not just tonight, but the past few games where you're missing a lot of guys, how did that impact trust, or I guess build trust?
Yeah, it impacted it. It certainly is a reference point. Again, the trust is maintained and sustained when it's consistent. And I thought tonight a lot of guys played at a really high level of energy and fight. And when they are able to do that consistently, that trust is going to be there long term.
JJ, I know you have to be locked in on just the next game. If you'll allow a zoom out, how significant do you feel like home court, even in round one, would be in a Western Conference like this, especially considering how good you guys have been at home, and how much could that impact trying to make a push if you need to late, relative to just want to be as healthy as we can, guys getting rest. How do you view that bigger picture part of it?
Again, we're trying to make the playoffs.